All right, what's up, my uplifting life partners? This is Ron Simplified Myers. We're on number 11 of the 12. It's the top 12 relationship problems according to experts, which is an article that was done by Mark Travers. He's a psychologist, and he did this article for Psychology Today. So, what I decided to do is to take all 12 topics and give my personal perspective. So now we're on number 11, which has to do with monogamy. I almost started this conversation in one of the other videos. If you watched it, you saw that. But I wanted to wait because I knew that was one of the 12. But so we're going to talk about it here. You have to decide this inside of your relationships. And I've had this conversation with ladies more than anything on monogamy in terms of, did you have the conversation with the gentleman about monogamy? Because I had a friend, she was really into this guy, and she was crushed when and she's an older, more mature lady. But bottom line is, but she thought that, she finally had her partner, this and that. And then all of a sudden she's crushed because she found out he was dating. I don't remember how she found out, or he just told her or whatever. I think she asked him and he just told her. And she was crushed because she thought it was a monogamous relationship. And so I asked her, I said, did you ever have the conversation with him? And she said, well, he knew. I said, no, you didn't answer my question. Did you ever have the conversation with him? She said, no. Then you can't hold him accountable to that. Now, I know some of you probably didn't like the fact that I said that, just like she didn't like the fact that I said it when I said it. But here's the key. If you don't have the conversation about monogamy, the first thing a guy is going to throw at you when he gets caught is, but we never said it was just you and I. We never had that conversation. That's the first thing he's going to throw at you. And he's right, because you didn't have the conversation, but you gave him a bailout. See, the main reason most will not have the conversation is because you're afraid of the answer. Remember, I talked about it in another episode about the young lady that wanted to know but said, nah, I don't really want to know. She did. That's why it was a conversation, but she was afraid of the answer. So she wasn't going to ask him where we stand in a relationship. That's what happens. You're assuming he's committed to you. It amazes me how people think that at the first time you date somebody and you guys go out on a few dates, that you automatically think that he has decided he's only with you, or vice versa for a lady with a man. Until you have the conversation, you're assuming this person is committed to you. You may say, but we do everything. You're still assuming. I don't care if you guys do so much together. You think because you dated them, it's almost an arrogance on your behalf to believe that because you started dating him, whatever he had going on, he stopped everything in his life because he totally committed to you. Now, that's not saying he didn't. He could have, or she could have. But you're assuming that they did it. And then the moment you find out, you got a problem with it. That's your fault for not having the conversation. This is why I tell people, I know you may not want to hear the outcome. But if you want to be in a monogamous relationship, this is where we talked about having these conversations with people. What are you looking for? If you're looking to be in a monogamous relationship, let the guy know that from the start. If he's not good, let him move on. If he tells you, well, yes, I'm committed to that too, and now he's out dating, you got a reason to be upset because he knew from the start this is what you were looking for. And he said he was into that, and vice versa if it's the lady. Then you have a conversation. Now you have, as they say, you got a leg to stand on. But if you haven't had the conversation, that's going to be a person's first bailout when you do catch them, is we never said it was just the two of us. And they're actually correct. So you can't hold them accountable. So bottom line, don't be afraid of the answer. Tell people up front. This is why you keep hearing me say, know what you're looking for. Know what you want in a relationship. Know where you're headed. then dating becomes easier because now I'm confident and know the direction and where I'm at. So when I have a conversation with someone, I'm able to tell them I am looking for a committed relationship. Now I may also tell them right now I'm not committed to anyone. I'm looking for that, but right now I am in the dating process until she shows up. That's letting them know exactly where you guys see it. We're not playing games. I'm letting you know, yes, I'm looking for a committed relationship. But I'm dating right now until she shows up because I'm letting you know I'm not committed to you. I just met you. This is the first date or second date. Why am I going to stop everything that I'm doing for someone that I went on my first date with? You guys follow what I'm saying? When you think about that, that's not even realistic. Why would they drop everything they're doing because of a first date or a second date or even a third date? Unless you guys have really got things going on, then we can have that conversation. You know what? We talked about the fact that we were both looking for a monogamous relationship, and I'm feeling very strong that that's where I'm headed with you. How do you feel about that? Is that something that you're open to, or something that, we're finding out? Is what relationships about. Remember, we said creating a safe place where we can have that conversation. But if because we went on 3 dates, you think that, oh wow, they done dropped everybody else. That's assuming. And you're putting yourself in a dangerous position, which as my friend did, and then her feelings got hurt when she found out he wasn't committed to just her. But they never had the conversation. And she didn't like my answer, but I had to be honest with her. I'm going to tell her and my family or anyone that comes to me, I'm going to tell you the same answers. I don't, like I said, if you know me, you know me. I'm going to tell everybody the same answer. I'm not going to candy coat it. I'm going to tell her the same thing I would have told you. You didn't ask the questions. You didn't find out. That was your fault for not doing that. Take responsibility for that. And then go correct it. You can tell him, you know what, but I want to be in a committed relationship. And he goes, no, I don't want to be in a committed relationship. Then he's letting you know. That might hurt, but that's where you're at this point because you didn't address that stuff at the front. But why keep in a relationship where he'll just, you're just going to stay in there like the one girl saying that I guess I could just be a booty call because he didn't tell her he wanted to be settled, with just her. She accepted the fact that she'll just be one of his girls. If you ain't willing to do that, then tell him I appreciate your honesty. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? All right. But as you guys know, it ain't right. It ain't wrong. It is my opinion. Now run on over to Apple Store, Google Play, download my app. It's Simplified You, the word simplified, the letter U, not the word you. It's separated, Simplified You. Download. It's a free app. I also have included on there my book, The Relationship Success Handbook, Get Rid of Your Problems, Not Your Partner. That book is actually on sale on Amazon, but I put it as a free download because I want people to, well, not download because it's actually in the app. I did that on purpose because I'm not trying to sell books. I want you to get control of first loving the person in the mirror and then making these relationships work. That's also the reason I'm doing these 12 episodes, because if the experts are saying these are the 12 top reasons people are not having intimate relationships, I figure these are 12 things we need to have a conversation about. So we've covered 11 of them. We got one more to go. And as you guys know, if you're not having fun, you should be doing something else. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.